Welcome to TheoTRADE. Don Kaufman here, April 22nd, 2026. A few minutes after the cash close here on this Wednesday afternoon with the S&Ps ripping to the upside once again. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, I like to look at the S&Ps. All right, they're up 65. It's good for 0.9%. The Nasdaq rips. It's almost 2%. But as I said a moment ago, before you go any further, take a look at the SPX. And the reason I want to cruise over to the SPX is the SPX, the line that's across the middle of your screen here, right there, that one, that would be massively unchanged on the week. So it's a rip, but it's a rip right back to massively unchanged on the week. So before you get ahead of yourself here, the marketplace dipped a little bit on Tuesday, and it just basically picked up what it lost from Tuesday. Now, looking at the Nasdaq, and we are going to look at the Nasdaq, that's a bit of a different story. The Nasdaq not only recouped what it lost yesterday, it's halfway home to the upper edge of the expected move. And what we're starting to see, something we haven't seen in quite some time, it's this bifurcation again. It's tech, okay, big market capitalization versus everything else. And I'm going to show you there's some great trades that, again, ironically are bearish that I've had on recently. And most of them have actually come off profitably at this point, but some great bearish trades in here because there's kind of a divergence in the force. I mean, I'll also start by looking here at the advanced decline line today. And for those of you that do tune in from time to time, you guys know I look a lot at this advanced decline line, not to necessarily gauge, oh, it's a 50-50, and you can look at like what's termed like market breadth in here. Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that earlier today, when we started the day, we had almost 90 products on one side of this. And right at the opening bell, 85 products to the upside, approximately 15 to the downside. This is the S&P 100, just to kind of clarify. And the interesting kind of twist to the trading session is the advanced decline line, okay, got diminished throughout the course of the day. The entire day, the advanced decline line is coming down. Meanwhile, okay, the Nasdaq is actually supporting the market. The S&Ps didn't do that much, and it's all big tech. So once again, we're back to this marketplace that we were in months ago, where you feel invincible. It's big tech every day, all day. Okay, all engines go. I mean, if we take a look at Tesla and its earnings right now after hours, okay, I know it looks all chopped out, but Tesla is higher. It's not considerably higher. I want to make that clear. Tesla, I believe, had a $21, $22 expected move. There it is, $22 expected move. It's only up a fraction of that right now, but Tesla's strong in the after hours here. Just push that aside. I saw also Texas Instruments, okay? Texas Instruments also out with earnings. That's one TXN that I had a trade on as well. Hopefully this one just stays put because we are right there. On Texas Instruments is actually substantially higher, but look, that's not really going to impede upon markets. Neither Tesla nor Texas Instruments nor like American Express and a few others, they're not going to really impede upon markets. It's, again, what you're in right now though is just all tech. I mean, you don't have to look much further than Broadcom, which is up some 5%. Now that's giving you a feel for the broader market, right? Just telling you like, look, tech is the driver here. That's the broader market. Start to dig down a little bit. What's fading? Where am I starting to take some positions? Financials. Okay, take a look at financials on the week. Ironically, yesterday they were relatively strong and actually rolled over quite a bit. But it's not just financials. Take a look at like XLU, utility sector. It's getting absolutely hammered. It's outside the lower edge of the expected move. And, I could actually go on for a while about this. I was rather surprised to see XLI, this is the industrials, taking a hit. And the reason I'm starting to bring these up, okay, and you're like, oh, whatever, man, nobody trades that crap. I just want to trade. I just want to trade everything that's, big names out there. But the industrials and so forth, okay, they're outperforming most of your major tech stocks. And a lot of people don't realize that even when you look at XLU, I'm like, oh, the XLU is getting the crap kicked out of it. The XLU now is only up 4%. Hold on a second. You realize 2 weeks ago, that was one of the top performers in the S&P 500 in terms of a sector, okay, was utilities. So what we're seeing is now a rotation out of what was strong on a relative basis, okay, into tech again. Even looking at like XLP, of course, is consumer staples. It's been relatively flat, but again, some of the performance of a few of these sectors, not half bad. And now, okay, they're getting rotated out of. I've taken positions recently in XLU, and I got out of that one profitably. Okay, I took a bearish position inside of Home Depot. I'm already out of it. Okay, it was quite the little dramatic move to the downside. Anything right now home builder related, I think is actually a pretty good bearish take, at least for the time being. Most of your home builders, and I'll actually use XHB to show this, they got this huge bid back for no other reason that the marketplace rallied, and now we're fading them again. Okay, and I think that's, again, the kind of stuff that I look for in a marketplace like this is what I term low-hanging fruit. And I know people want to jump on board. They're like, no, man, you got to get on the Apple train. Like, Apple's going to break out. But I can't because, it's got earnings right ahead of it. Like, I could get on there on an intraday basis. I could trade some 0 DTE in an Apple. I could trade some 0 DTE in an NVIDIA. I could definitely trade some 0 DTE, okay, in a Broadcom. But with all due respect, okay, I like to use some spreads, sit back, okay, and let the market volatility kind of work for me. And that's exactly what I have been doing. So in a marketplace, okay, that is being driven exclusively by a handful of stocks, okay, I want to remind everybody, it's not driving them like the S&Ps higher this week. And this is one it's a little bit alarming, and you want to watch in literally the next 2 days of trade. Like Thursday, Friday this week, they matter, okay? Why? First and foremost, the S&Ps have done absolutely nothing this week, okay? They're expecting approximately $111 move, okay? That's our expected move. Now, the expected move was massively exceeded last week. It was exceeded the week before that. This week right now, okay? I mean, quite literally this week, we're unchanged. So the first thing I kind of want to caution you of, you got to get ready for us to move. And I say this anytime that here we are on like a Wednesday night, and any time that we're unchanged on a Wednesday on the week, you got to be careful, because then there's this critical amount of gamma risk that's getting rolled forward. All the 0 DTE from Monday rolled forward into Tuesday, rolled forward into Wednesday. Come Thursday or Friday, okay, and you have an just epic amount of gamma risk sitting, okay, on the exact same strikes. Why? Because we're not moving. If you do not move, right, what do? You accumulate risk. Right around this 71.25, I can tell you right now, the open interest and the volume, okay, around some of this. Like, look how many contracts today traded, okay, in the SPX around these levels. Hundreds of thousands of contracts. And of course, then they're just going to roll them forward, okay, right into Thursday. And you can see there's nothing going on right now on Thursday, but yeah, that risk is just going to get rolled forward. So coming into Thursday and Friday, okay, you have just this epic amount of gamma risk, and that we're going to make a more substantiated move. And yeah, of course, somebody's going to be like, oh, the geopolitical risk did it to me. You know what? Okay, I'm telling you, you're going to move though. Geopolitical risk or not, you're going to see some substantial moves. And, we're already through Tesla's earnings. That didn't have much of an effect on markets. So with the substantiated movement, okay, what to do? Well, the next thing I'd bring up is, again, the market breadth is substantially weaker. It doesn't mean that we have to go down, okay? But tech unto itself is not carrying the S&Ps very far. And again, they're unchanged, and I can't stress that enough, because if you look at the QQQ, okay, the Nasdaq right now is defecting from what the S&Ps are doing. The S&Ps, as I said, they're basically just unchanged on the week. So strap in. You're going to get some volatility into this Thursday or Friday, okay? What I believe is going to happen is we're going to get a continuation of some of these sectors defecting. For instance, like the XLF. The XLF, I have a short duration put in here. This thing expires on Friday, okay? It's already up, 120%, but I'm going to ride this thing. The sectors that are defecting right now, okay, stay in a short position, okay? The techs, I don't even want to be long. I'm not even trying to trade some of the tech from the long side right now. I just want to pick off, if you will, some of that low-hanging fruit, because when tech does turn, okay, and some of the earnings start to come out even into next week, that can be an all like that. That's just debacle that I don't want to get involved in right now, because the risk and some of the gamma risk, okay, is just it's epic in terms of the size. I mean, a 5% move, and like, oh, whatever, man, stocks move 5%, not of the magnitude. When we start talking trillions of dollars of market cap, okay, is actually being shifted around over here. So sit back, try to relax, fade right now the sectors that are fading, okay? I'm actually going to step away from tech, okay, and let's see if it rolls over in the days to come. Thanks everybody for joining us here at TheoTRADE. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.